What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. I was just listening to the end of the Kehlani interview on the Breakfast Club. And, of course, her album just came out probably this morning, but I've been listening to it this morning. It's really good, actually. So far, so good, the songs that I've heard. And, and she was talking about YG, of course. And I made a video, when their relationship started getting really public, and so many cars out here, and I kept saying how YG is one of those guys that is unworthy of partnership. He's not there's, you understand. Maybe for the new people who come in, I gotta explain myself a little bit. I feel like I don't have to explain myself a little bit. You can go watch old videos and that'll explain myself to you. But go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. I know I just jumped right in, but I was just watching that video, and it just reminded me of the things, just some things that I've been saying in different videos, but saying that YG was unworthy for partnership. And some men just are, they're good for other things, but not to partner with. And I felt like he was one of those guys that, typical California type dude who has a preference of a woman, and they kind of objectify those women, but because of the attention that they get from men, some people they don't quite understand that they're being objectified. It's normal because they have always got this type of attention. And I felt like she's just this light-skinned, half black, girl from the Bay, and I want to get with her, right? Remember when he was at Nipsey's funeral, and he was like, we got to watch out for our daughters. There's some light-skinned, girl, he was like about to call their daughters bitches, but then objectifying them at the same time based on the color of their skin or the complexion of their skin. And I just felt like he wasn't, I don't know, I just felt like that was like he was objectifying her. Turns out, according to this interview that it's just only been up for like an hour or something. Oh yeah, let me write that down. It's only been up for an hour on the Breakfast Club. Her album came out last night. She looked like she was kind of nervous, at the beginning, because you don't know, and you're gonna have to talk about YG. But basically, he is shooter, another damn shooter. They were in an open relationship, okay? She said they was in an open relationship, and he effed up. And she saw in his phone some intricate, deep, devious stuff that was not the side of the person that she thought she knew, the side of a person she did not want to see. And she said something so important as a 24-year-old girl, 25-year-old girl. I'm so proud of what she said. I want y'all to hear what she said. I'm so proud of what she said, because she said with him cheating, you have boundaries that you set in a relationship, and each person's relationship is different. Each person's relationship is different, and you have rules and codes within your relationship that you agree upon to honor. Whether you are going to be in a monogamous relationship, whether you're going to be in a poly relationship, whether you're going to be in an open relationship, because those are two different things. Whatever the way that you want to outline your marriage and your relationship, that is your business. You cheat on your partner, and the relationship was already open. Charlamagne says to her, it's just a little cheating. Why won't you take him back? Let me see if I can find it. Hopefully I'm right on the spot.
I can feel you. I first of all, even in pregnancy and right after.
Okay, this is.
I felt when I was pregnant because I felt so different. Yeah.
You can't forgive a little cheating, Kehlani? Just a little bit?
No, I think you get to a certain point where if you set certain boundaries for your relationship, then that's the boundaries that you guys should hold yourselves to. If we had set, the rules to be, if there's communication, you can kind of live your best life, then there's that. you can live your best life and don't have to communicate, then there's that. If the rules and the boundaries that we set with each other was this is what it is, and that gets broken, at some point I have to hold that standard to myself and honor myself and, dip out.
Did he apologize at least?
Oh yeah, he filled my whole lawn with roses and things like that, and wanted to put a billboard up. Told you he has a big heart.
Do y'all still speak?
Niggas fuck up, Kehlani.
Yeah, and that's
That don't mean we not
great,
good
but
guys.
I have a daughter to just focus on, so I can't, take so much time to go through all the I don't have as much downtime to sit in my room and be upset when things happen over and over again. I kind of have to take things.
Got you.
Right. You're not obligated to take somebody back for cheating if you don't want to. It's your choice. You can take them back or you cannot.
Right.
That's all on you and how you feel.
Do you guys still?
Period. At some point, I'm going to have to hold the standard
California homeowner.
to
If you have a
myself,
parameter like this
right?
inside-
I'm going to have to hold the standard to myself and not allow something to continue to happen over and over again because I have a daughter. I got things to do. I ain't got time to be worried about you not being honest in an open relationship. Like, what the hell is wrong with you Negroes? Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. And when they say you niggas don't have a code of ethics, you do not have a code of ethics. If the code in your relationship is we're open, you can see who you want to see. And she went on to explain it in terms of having sex and how everybody needs to know you cannot be in no open relationship. If you having sex with homegirl, you better let me know y'all having sex. She needs to know you having sex with me. Everybody needs to know because everybody needs to be healthy. That's how, honey, I'm sorry I got loud because I'm like at 24 years old, 25 years old, I applaud her for having that perspective and sticking to that because I said to myself, that man is unworthy of partnership. You can't even, in an open relationship, you can't even get that right. Because you know why? Men are used to being deceitful when cheating. So when they have the opportunity not to cheat, so it can open that energy that comes from sneaking around and stuff, that I don't know if they've adapted to that and now need that as some type of hormone or something gets released when you're being deceitful, some kind of adrenaline maybe. And you're like, I know I'm in an open relationship, but I'm about to be sneaking around with. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. And I only attribute it to you're used to being like this. You're used to operating from this type of energy that you don't even know when it's okay. It's like leaving the door unlocked for somebody to come steal your shit and they break in through the window. Nigga, I left the door open for you to come in, you dummy. Like, what? I don't get it. I don't understand you fools. I don't get it. I don't get it. And he's undeserving. So he doesn't deserve to be in a partnership with somebody, especially any man who is cheating on the person that they with. They're cheating in an open relationship. That is just that in itself, cheating in an open relationship. You have you're on the spectrum. You on the spectrum. Because that shit is crazy. Out of here. Anyway, that's all I want to say about Kehlani. I'm glad at 25 years old, 24 years old, that she has that perspective because a lot of grown-ass women don't. A lot of grown-ass 30, 40, 50-year-old women around here allowing the bar to just fall on the floor and then you just allowing it, Portia. You just allowing the bar to be on the floor. And like Angela Yee said, that is your prerogative. If you want to take somebody back after cheating, that's your prerogative. But you look stupid. And if you okay with looking stupid, then kudos to you, girl. Let me get my list. All right, so I wanted to talk about Jamal Bryant and his hoe ass, okay? Another one, they said he got a baby. He just had a baby. That's what the streets are saying. And I think it's funny. I think it's funny that you guys allow people to be heads of churches and criticize homosexuals and say that being a homosexual is a sin and you going to hell, and y'all kicking people out of homes because your children are gay and lesbian, and yet and still you got this man sitting in a pulpit taking your money, charging you for flu shots, okay? Charging you for flu shots, and out here cheating on wife, having babies out of wedlock, cheating on people, but that's allowed, and that's okay, and he's allowed to run a church. Disgusting. Everybody who goes to that church ought to be ashamed of yourself. If you have any kind of sense, the same sins that you apply to one group of people, you would apply to the man that's telling you he's giving you the word of God. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. He is unworthy. Another man, unworthy, but yet and still he's worthy enough to deliver a message from God to you people. And y'all gonna sit there every week and give him your fucking money, and then for him to turn around in a pandemic and charge you over $100 to get a test when you're supposed to be the members of the church, and that your tithes should have went to that, and you should have been given free. Every member of that church should have been given a free test. And while you testing, motherfucker, you need to be out there testing to see if you got any fucking other viruses, since you're around here sticking your raw dick in every person in the front pew. Disgusting. A waste of flesh. And y'all think these people are worthy for partnership, and even more worthy to deliver the word of God to you? But at the same time, you want to throw all the gay people out of the church? And these men are around here being violent and disrespectful? And Jamal Bryant, girl, I would tell them on Bravo before, you guys have a way, cut every scene with that nigga. Cut every scene. I don't care if I don't have a storyline. Cut every scene with him. I don't want no scenes with him. If my only scenes are me in group settings, I'll be a friend of the show this year. But I don't want to be sitting across the table smiling and keying with my beautiful green eyes and looking at this man who is dishonest and deceitful, a messenger of God, across from you, a disgusting person. I would tell him, cut every scene with Jamal Bryant in my Potomac house. I'll be a friend of the housewife this season. No way. Ain't no way. And you sitting up there smiling, thinking you getting back together, and off season, he got a baby. Ugh. And then you got 2 daughters, okay? Here you are. Listen to Kehlani, girl. Listen to Kehlani. Should I play the clip again? At some point in your life, bitch, the boundaries that you set, you need to set them for yourself. At some point, I know people make mistakes when it comes to relationships. I know some people we have all made a decision when we look back. That was not the smartest thing to do. Right? And you're supposed to learn from them. And then you wonder why you keep going. You got all this other shit in your life that's going crazy because you're not honoring yourself in your relationship. And there comes a time when you got to say, you know what? This is not worth it. It's not worth it. I value myself more than me being able for society to say that I'm valuable because I can keep a man. And the man you keeping is humiliating you. There has to be some level of self-respect at some point in our lives to be like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this shit. I don't give a damn if the world says I'm useless. I'm out. If I don't have if you have to deal with that in order for you to say, at least I have a man, bitch, I'm sorry. I am sorry that you have been brainwashed by this society to feel that you have to endure pain, suffering, ridicule, humiliation, people on YouTube talking shit about you just so you can have a man. And look at what he's doing, having babies. I'm not talking about just so you can have a man and that motherfucker treats you great. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking to the bitches who allow these men over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Not just cheat on you, not just talk to you crazy, but they sticking dicks in other women and you taking them back, sitting on the same dick. You don't know where that bitch been. I mean, ugh. And then you get mad at the woman. Why? Because your value, how you value yourself is determined on whether or not you have a person with a dick in your life. That's where your value lies. And if you don't have that dick, that half a man in your life, then you don't feel worthy. And at some point, you're going to have to come to the realization that you are worthy. You are. And then you got two girls standing over there. Two girls standing over there watching you like, damn, my dad is doing my mom dirty. And you don't think these kids have act now? They teenagers. They got access to the internet. Y'all giving them phones at 12 years old. So they can go, let me Google my dad, because he runs this mega church where they charge people for coronavirus tests. Let me see what they got, what they say about my dad online. Oh my God, did he really do that to my mom? What? Fucking the whole first pew. Disgusting. Who else I want to talk about? I want to talk about Tyra Banks. Okay, this Tyra Banks is under fire, right? She's the latest in the let's go back 20 years ago and let's look at what you did on TV and judge you with the awareness that we have now to something that you did 20 years ago. I'm going to judge you on that. And I'm going to make you apologize. I'm going to force you to apologize for something that you did 20 years ago. With the awareness, with my mind that I have now, because when I was watching it 20 years ago, I didn't have a problem with it. I was kikiing and laughing. I thought it was cute. But now I have a new awareness. So now maybe you, Tyra, need to apologize for the awareness that I have now 20 years later when I was laughing at it 20 years ago. So y'all want Tyra Banks to apologize for how she treated people, the girls in America's Next Top Model, when the premise of the show was to mimic how girls would be treated. It was a competition show, okay? It wasn't a grooming show. It was a competition show. It wasn't a class, okay? This was a competition. And if you decide that you want to be a model, here is the type of things that you are going to have to deal with. That is what America's Next Top Model was about. It wasn't about, oh, you know what? I don't want to change how you look. You can come in just how you are. Me as a designer and a photographer have a vision, and you can come off the street any way you want to. No, that doesn't work in the modeling industry. It didn't work today. It don't work 20 years ago, 40 years ago. It never has. Y'all want Tyra Banks to apologize. Now, do I think she can come out and say, re-explain the point of the show? Does she want these girls to change their gaps in their teeth? She probably didn't. But this is a competition, right? Tyra Banks gets on our nerves, but we're not going to act like she doesn't have a legacy when it comes to modeling. She gets on our nerves. She's very much self-centered. It's all about her. I don't know what sign Tyra Banks is. It's all about her. It's very like, she gives people pictures of herself for their birthday. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But y'all cannot start nitpicking at her legacy and saying this is what you did wrong. Can she come out and say, y'all listen, this is how they treat girls in modeling. This is not how I am or whatever. I don't know what she could say, but I don't know why we're asking for her to apologize for something that happened. This is a competition show. I'm talking about a competition show. This is not to be applied to sexual assault or violent crimes. This is a competition show, okay? I'm letting you know, you cannot tell Tyra Banks, you need to apologize for how you treated those girls in that competition show 20 years ago. Because 20 years ago, everybody was watching it and no one was saying nothing about it. Because you have a new awareness. Now you want to go back. Okay, let's go back. We have a new awareness. Let's go back and say, you know what? The way that we was doing it on America's Top Model was kind of, it was harsh for the times. Would we judge the show like this today? Probably not. We might, because the modeling industry hasn't changed much. They let a couple of fat girls on the runway, but that's about it, honey. It's really not much has changed, okay? It's still colorist, it's still featurist, it's still all of that, okay? It's still all of that. So the fact that Tyra Banks has history in this industry that is so much of that, and that you want to nitpick at her for mimicking what is an industry that she belongs to, like this is a culture she belongs to. Yes, there's a new awareness, but yes, they still treat these girls like that. Yes, they do. Now, I know there's still cycles of America's Next Top Model going in other countries. I don't think it comes on out here anymore. I stopped watching it a long time ago. Probably like 2007 or 6 or something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, did I think things were weird? Like, okay, like why do they want her to dress up in the African, Yaya's? Yaya was very much Black awareness, you know what I'm saying, and called them on the carpet. Will that happen? That might happen in real life in some of these rooms where these girls are auditioning. Probably so. It's just, I don't know. The way that I feel about it is like, you just can't tell somebody you need to apologize for what you did 20 years ago, even though we was both laughing. We were both entertained. We were both entertained by it. But now I have a new awareness, understanding, hey, that wasn't so entertaining. Can you apologize? And what if Tyra doesn't believe that behavior needs correcting? Are you going to beat her over the head? What you going to do if she doesn't apologize? And that's all I got to say. What is Tyra? Tyra Banks is a Sagittarius. All right, so let's talk about who else. I'm done talking. We've been talking 23 minutes. Jamal Bryant, get your raggedy ass out of here. Kehlani, I'm so proud of you, and I love your perspective as a mid quarter life diva, 24, 25-year-old girl with that perspective. And that, like, I'm not going back to a person who's cheating on me after I gave him I unlocked the door and you still broke a window. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. You dummy. And not even for the fact of caring about the nigga. You don't want to be with a nigga that dumb. That's, at the end of the day, you're dumb. You're dumb. You're a dumb person if you cheated on somebody in an open relationship. You don't even deserve to be with nobody. You dumb. Dummy. Just a straight up dumbass nigga. Like, you don't want to be associated with a dummy. Okay? I mean, a cheater, you might. But a dumb nigga? Like, nah. A dumb criminal? No. We don't like dumb criminals. All right, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. We'll talk. All right. Peace. He say he hungry this pussy the kitchen. Yeah. What's up? I had to come back because the sun was hitting on the diva just right. I wanted y'all to get it too. I want y'all to get it too. You understand what I'm saying? Let me go around this block one more time for y'all so y'all can get this sun on the diva. It's Friday. It's Friday, y'all. Look. Come on, bitch, out here. Let me, when I face the sun. What time is it? What, honey? I don't know when I'm going back to work. I mean, in the office, she does not know. Remember, I just kept telling y'all how I want to work remote. I've been wanting to work like this. Oh, thank you, Shirley Williams. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to you too, Diva. Yes, it's Mother's Day on Sunday, y'all, huh? Yeah, shout out to the mothers. Shout out to the mothers and to the single dads who play the role of mama. Y'all say happy Father's Day to mama, so we can say happy Mother's Day to the niggas. Woo, shit. Let's get this sun, okay, girl? Let's get this sun, girl. Hold on. Let me get the sun. Look. Oh. Yes, come on, son. Now it's in my face. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I just had to come back. You know what I'm saying? Get a little sun, a little crisp. Come on, look. Come on, son. All right, y'all. Have a good weekend. Peace.